Hello students, how are you all? Today I am going to discuss the poem Television for Standard 9 by Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl was a versatile British novelist, short story writer, poet and screenwriter. Actually students, he is well known as children's author. Today we are going to read our syllabus, our poem Television, and this was written by Roald Dahl in 2003. Though the poem is about children, but it is addressed to their parents. Students, the poem Television is one of the most relevant poems of our time. You can say that the poem is very connected or relevant with the present scenario. Students, we cannot deny that the use of technology, accepting the technology in all phases or walks of life, have turned us or our children into gadgets. We are like the controlled robots, because gadgets are handling us. We are not handling the gadgets. So television poem is something relevant to that, and this poem provides a strong message that how children are losing their childhood, their fun. Instead of enjoying, they are sitting in front of TV and enjoying themselves. They are not spending much time with the family, friends, or the nature, the books. So let's begin. The most important thing we have learned so far as children are concerned is never let them near your television set. Before I discuss this line, students, you can see in the third line that never, it is used thrice, but twice it is used in capital letters. It has been capitalized. So why Roald Dahl has capitalized the words in between? So in the first line or in the beginning of the poem, the poet is the speaker. Poet himself is the speaker. The poet advises from his experience. It is not his imagination. This poem is not a product of his imagination. This poem is a product of his experience, that people should never ever allow their children to go near the television set. But why? The poet is making such request. See the next line. Then near your television set, or better still, does not install the idiotic thing at all. The first adjective used for the television set, that is, the television set is referred as an idiotic thing. So Roald Dahl is addressing here to all the parents and telling them that most important thing one must learn while raising children is to keep them away from the television set, or rather not to install this idiotic box or idiotic thing at all. Students, when the poet is using the word never 3 times, actually here the poet is emphasizing or stressing on the harmful effects or harmful practice in many ways. He is focusing that, or he is making the parents aware that how a television set can bring only harm in the life of the children. So the poet repeats this word never 3 times, using the words twice in capital letters. Now in the next line we found that the poet has referred the television set as the idiotic thing. Why? Because this phrase is used for the television set to refer to the television set that it is an extremely useless thing as far as children are concerned. That is why the poet feels that children should be kept away from it. Understood, students? Now, in almost every house we have watched them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. See the words first: loll, slop, lounge. All these words are used to show that watching television for a longer period of time make the children very lazy, lethargic. They sit lazily, they stand or lie lazily on the couch. Lounge means again the same word. They relax, or when they become tired, they just lie down on the couch and stare, look fixedly until their eyes pop out. Pop out word means to drop out. Here, when for a longer period of time children are watching television, their eyes become tired, and as if it appeared to us that eyeballs are out of their eyes. You can see in the bracket 2 lines are used by the poet. Last week in someone's place we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. Up to here, students, a dozen eyeballs on the floor. I want to revise that what is the content about. Throughout the entire poem, you will find that Roald Dahl attempts to answer to the question that parents should not allow children to watch TV, and throughout the poem he attempts to answer it. The poet shares his experience that in almost every house he has visited and he has watched children gaping at the screen very close. They are standing or lying very close to the TV screen, sitting for a long time before the television set. They become tired. Sometimes they sit or lie in a lazy or casual manner or in a lethargic way, and what is the result of this? That they are not ready to do any physical work. And see this word, last week in someone's place we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. Underline, students, dozen eyeballs. The figure of speech used here is exaggeration. Here the poet actually stress on the fact that when he was visiting to someone's house, he saw a dozen eyeballs, means half a dozen of children sitting in front of the TV or television set and watching it very close to it for a longer period of time. So from these lines we understood that all these are not Roald Dahl's imagination. He indeed saw a dozen eyeballs, that is half a dozen children, already I told you, sitting on the floor at someone's house very recently, as mentioned last week. So from up to this we can understand that the television set is an idiotic box. One more thing what we learned, that it totally destroys or damages the imaginative power of children. Now, what should be done? Before answering to that, let us also see what more Roald Dahl has observed and informed or requested the parents. Until they are hypnotized by it, until they are absolutely drunk with all that shocking, ghastly junk. Underline ghastly junk, second adjective used for the television set or the television programs. Shocking, ghastly means horrible, junk, rubbish or discarded things. So here the poet, students, the poet is actually saying that when children sit in front of the television set, they totally get absorbed in it. Their minds are filled with all the television programs that kill their valuable time and make them lazy with nowhere they stand. They are totally aware or unaware, you should say, that they're totally unaware of the demerits or the harm which the television set is doing upon the children, affecting the children in all way, maybe the physical activities, physical exercises, or mental health. So they have no scope of spending time with books, nature, or family, or interacting with others. So here in this line, particular these lines, that with all that shocking ghastly junk, the poet is stressing that the television programs, the bizarre informations provided by the television programs is constantly digested by children, which are very harmful to them. Means sitting in front of the television set, most of the children grasp or they watch some of those programs which are very harmful for them, which has no sense, which the children must not watch or see or grasp. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the window sill. Students, here the poet speaker is talking about the naughty children, that sitting in front of the television set, the children have become very calm and quiet. They are not disturbing others. They are not enjoying. They are not even kicking, pushing, fighting with others. Neither they are fighting with each other, nor they are disturbing their parents. So students, mark up to window sill, and up to here you read it properly, and then I shall continue this poem in my next video.